Hey everyone, my topic for today is HAART, highly active antiretroviral therapy. The other names for HAART are ART, antiretroviral therapy, and CART, combination antiretroviral therapy. So it's used for the management of AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. The concept behind HAART is it is a combination of three or more drugs. So even though if the virus is resistant towards one drug which is acting at a particular level of the propagation of the virus, there are other two drugs which can inhibit the propagation of the virus at other different levels of the mechanism. So the HIV, there are two main types, HIV-1 and HIV-2. HIV-1 is commonly seen in India and HIV-2 is seen in Africa. HIV-1 is further subdivided into M, N, and O, major, outlier, and N. The M is the common type and it's further subdivided into 9 groups. So HART, it is a medication regimen that is mostly used to manage HIV-1 virus, and it's composed of three or more drugs in the antiretroviral class of medication. HART is also used to treat HIV-2, but there are certain genetic differences in HIV-2 which will render it intrinsically resistant to certain antiretroviral medication. The goals of HART are it's used to reduce morbidity and mortality, to improve the quality of life, to reduce plasma viral RNA load, to prevent the transmission to others, to prevent drug resistance, to improve immune function. So it is a combination of three or more drugs, and thereby, even though if the virus has resistance towards one agent, there are two other drugs that are going to inhibit its propagation, the mechanism of propagation in other different levels. So thereby reducing the plasma viral RNA load, and it also improves the immune function and improves the quality of life. The mechanism of action. There are HART is a combination drug treatment. So it is a combination of various drugs, and each drug has a specific action. It acts at different levels of the mechanism of viral propagation. So first I'll explain the way by which the virus propagates, and then I'll talk about the inhibition or the drug mechanism. So this is the virus. This virus is mainly going to act on the CD4 plus T helper cells, but it also acts in the B lymphocytes, monocytes, and dendritic cells, etc. So this is the viral structure. It consists of GP120 and GP41, the glycoprotein 120 and 41. This glycoprotein 120 has high affinity to the CD4 receptor, which is on the immune cell. Then it also consists of capsid, and within that it has two single-stranded viral RNA, and the reverse transcriptase enzyme. So the mechanism by which the virus propagates is, first it will attach to the receptor and it will enter into the immune cell. After that, it will release the single-stranded RNA into the cytoplasm. After that, this single-stranded RNA is going to get converted into double-stranded viral DNA by the enzyme reverse transcriptase. Then this double-stranded DNA is going to enter into the nucleus and it's going to integrate itself with the host DNA. After that, there is going to be transcription, translation, and protein synthesis and new virus production. Now, in this stage where the virus enters into the immune cell, it's going to be inhibited by entry inhibitors. I'll tell the examples in the upcoming slide. Then after it enters, here the single-stranded RNA is going to get converted into double-stranded RNA. That is going to be inhibited by the reverse transcriptase inhibitors. Next, the integrase inhibitor is going to inhibit the integration of the viral DNA to the host DNA. Then the protease inhibitor is going to inhibit the protein synthesis. Now, some examples are entry inhibitors like enfuvetide, maraviroc, and NRTI, nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitor, example azidovudin, lamivudin, stavudin, etc. NNRTI, non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors like efavirenz, nevirapine, protease inhibitor like ritonavir, entinavir, saquinavir, integrase inhibitors like raltegravir. So the administration. The WHO has classified the stages of HIV into 4 stages. Based on these stages and the CD4 count, we are going to start the treatment regimen. That is, if the patient is in clinical stage 1 or 2, we have to see if the CD4 count is below 500. If that is the case, then we can start the treatment. Otherwise, if it's clinical stage 3 and 4, we can just start the treatment irrespective of the CD4 count. Next is adverse drug reactions of the antiretroviral drugs. For NRTI, the adverse effects are gastrointestinal disturbances, hypersensitivity reaction, headache, etc. For NNRTIs, the adverse reactions are hepatitis, rash, central nervous system effects. For protease inhibitors, there is going to be gastrointestinal disturbances, uh, insulin resistance, hyperlipidemia. Entry inhibitors, it's going to cause injection site reaction. Next, contraindication. The contraindications are hepatic dysfunction and renal dysfunction, because the patient will not be able to metabolize and excrete the drug. So you can either give an alternative drug or reduce the dosage of the drug. And for patients with hepatic dysfunction, we should avoid efavirenz and tenofovir. Patients with renal dysfunction, we should avoid tenofovir or alter the dosage for tenofovir and maraviroc. Patient with psychiatric illness should be avoided with efavirenz. And patients who are who have a child-bearing potential or pregnant or is breastfeeding, we should avoid NNRTI. And the preferred treatment regimen will include a combination of NRTI and a integrase inhibitor, protease or integrase inhibitor. Thank you.